COVID.
Yes.
I know it's a black screen, but are we live? Alright, hey everyone, this is RockMan.
This is Ratmus.
What? I can't hear you. Speak up.
This is have Ratmus paint a garage twice simulator.
What is this black screen? Well, you know, this is...
I'm blind.
I'm blind. I know we're weeks late and hours late, and everyone's been waiting for these stupid fucking games. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know, welcome. This is where we buy video games that suck at Mojo's used game store in Wisconsin, and then we stream them for some reason. We still don't know why, even though we've been doing this for I don't even know how many years. So, what games are we playing right fucking now? This is a blind playthrough. No, we're about to turn on the lights here. I don't know if you heard the Wii menu, but this is Guinness World Records, the video game. Ratmus is responsible for all of these stupid games, right, Ratmus?
Yes.
You know, I kept asking him, Ratmus, why are we buying this game? And he was like, just trust me, RockMan, this would be great.
I said, Doom's gonna love this. Better be a mini game of rolling frying pans, let's just say. Otherwise I'm gonna sue Warner Brothers.
Sue everybody. What even is this game? It's blind. We're about to find out.
Let's do it online too, because the servers are still up, right? Press any button, motherfucker.
I see Doom once again, you know, told his boss to fuck off. He needs to watch RockMan and Ratmus. So what's that? You say this is a fucking Saturday?
Up to 4 participants.
So who do you choose, Ratmus, as your avatar?
Dweeb looks the most like me. He's got my middle name, so...
Alright, what dweeb looks the most like me, then? Clearly this guy. Has nothing to do with my real name.
Is that all we need?
That's all we need. How is... Okay. How is the game... How is the audio?
This... Let's go visit Luna.
Let's go to space, like Beavis and Butthead.
Let's go to Spain. Look over there. Let's go to California. Let's do some BMX jumps.
Also, hi Doom, hi Song, who I didn't think was going to be here because 10 members of her family came and invaded her house and she was pissed. We need nunchucks for this now.
Is always involved. Now, while he's getting there, I'll just mention, because I mentioned to Rock, that my girlfriend's cousin holds 2 Guinness World Records, and he posted that he's held them for 15 years, and they're both for, let's see, tightest circumference of aluminum frying pan rolled bare hands in 30 seconds, which he did in 2007. That's when Doom was wishing he could watch Wall-E.
And then he got COVID, so fucking. Dave Mirror is only involved if this were on the Dreamcast. Wow, so...
Well, your godparents are still alive?
Her godparents invited themselves over to sleep on the couch while watching TV. What great people, right?
That's their privilege as a godparent.
Ratmus, what do your godparents do?
Lay down a lot.
They just lie around on their back all day.
It's basically you put your head between there. It's the cuckoo, bananas motion.
Are we talking about your dead godparents or this game? I'm confused.
Did you know that Joe Castellini is stupid?
Play this fucking game, alright? This is the best way I've ever seen to do BMX tricks on a half pipe. Is what Ratmus is doing now with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. He's literally rotating them around his head in a circle, like his fingers. I
gotta do this for another 35 seconds.
I gotta do this for another 35 hours
for a Guinness World Record.
This stupid music is driving me nuts. I gotta turn that down.
Look at those a-holes that are watching.
Is that frying pan guy watching?
He's probably in Israel or Japan or something doing a speech.
Probably getting Brent Spinard.
Like, he's been gone so much from his house. There was like one time when they were gone for like 3 weeks, came back and the fridge died, and it was like a Weird Al song about something in the fridge, let's just say.
So now I have to do that?
Yes, it is.
Yes, you remember Tourette's guy? He said that Brent Spiner was probably getting fucked in the ass! So that's what Brent Spiner as a verb means. Also, I want that pork and chicken and hush puppies, 87 million of them. I'll even take the baked beans and green beans and potato salad and all that shit. Right? Hit A, Bob.
I didn't know I had to do that.
Ratmus got a PB. Highest pizza toss? Alright, so is this me, I take it?
Do that console best.
Can I do tricks in the air by pressing buttons or something? I love how I'm doing this motion with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, so like the cord between them is getting all, you know, it's hard to not get them tangled up like this.
And then choke yourself.
And then garrote myself in a sex thing.
Apparently it's a lot easier if you're not having your head between the Nunchuck and the Wii Remote.
Is it though? I have not had Hush Puppy since probably I was in Virginia. What song?
Now if the food truck goes to Dude's work, it's basically parked in front of his house.
Yes, which is his new house. I just smacked the Wii Remote and Nunchuck into each other. Doing tricks, everybody.
I'll beat that record, motherfucker.
I just PB'd everybody.
That's a personal best, motherfucker. Okay,
Does X mean never do this again, please?
in X and it's not working.
Session winner.
Which button is the B button again? The trigger, right?
Yeah, the trigger. The work should offer that. Whoa. Yeah, we're in Spain. We could eat the most raw snails and get brain damage.
Let's see what the back of the box says. Test your strength and stamina on 36 wild and unique challenges. Go online to compare your records with players all over the world. Are you a world record holder? Too bad that's dead.
Whoa. Most tattooed person. Let's see what this mini game is.
It's probably sick. Take on family, friends, and all competitors as you compete to beat number 1. Think you are the best? If you are, you could get listed in the official book of Guinness World Records as long as you mold a frying pan.
Tattoo. Trying to write some nasty shit. Why isn't it working? Oh, because you can only
color in the lines. You have to do another tattoo and another tattoo, another tattoo.
New console record.
That was garbage.
New personal best.
Also, spoilers. This game is the best one we have today. I'm sorry, it's only downhill from here. I don't know that for sure, but that could be true. So I have to like pick this color and then
Inside the line.
it's great, being the second player because then you see what the first player did wrong, and then you just do it better. Oh shit, there's more.
This is how tattooing works, right?
Another tattoo, another tattoo. Oh, that's not the right color. It's gotta be the right color.
New console
I want the Schofield.
I got 87% tattoos.
Secret target achieved.
I got the secret target, which is to score 87.
To put cute poison on someone's body.
Put cute poison right on somebody's butt.
Session winner.
I was gonna say, can you pick a mini game that doesn't suck? But no, pick the stupidest fucking one, Ratmus. Let's go. That's how we're gonna pick this. You gotta pick the stupidest fucking ones. For the sake of the stream. And to cause Doom pain, because apparently that's the point of this stream.
Watch out for the cannons. Let that Lego undercover. Well, I want to Gallagher that shit. Why can't I? There we go.
The Wii is thinking with gears.
Metal Gears. Let's settle it and smash.
Just smash the Wii remote right into your television. With your head? Congratulations, you got brain damage.
You have to have brain damage already for this shit.
You have to have brain damage to play this game.
Who needs Fruit Ninja, motherfucker? Swiping's lame. I'm using my head, bitch.
Ratmus found his true calling of a Guinness World Record. There's no way I'm gonna beat this. Also, the amount of time that they give you is way too long. Like, this should be like 30 seconds.
Wrist.
Ratmus, did you have a calling? Yes, he had a calling, and it was he was drinking that calling wine, right?
Yes. I'm watching True Calling.
Watching the show True Calling, which
You have on DVD.
which Doom probably never watched, but I bet his babysitter's mom's cousin's former roommate did.
This quick is dumb.
Holy shit! Oh, by the way, when I was testing this game the other day, the first thing it had me do was like make a save file and say that I was in Illinois, United States. So I think you just got the record for Illinois, Ratmus.
Secret target
Whoa.
achieved.
Am I gonna be able to beat that? Probably not. We gotta time this right.
People in the shadows like, yeah, get brain damage, asshole. You think you're Fonzie? You ain't cool.
Hey! This is the first one that's actually like a real game almost. Like I could see this in Mario Party. It didn't register that time. Speaking of callings, like, isn't whatever the hell that show was, supposed to have its new season on Netflix or something? When's that happening? Probably 2027.
2024. Those decibels.
You did it, Ratmus. I couldn't beat your insane watermelon skills.
fast.
Just like when Doom is gonna watch season 3 of whatever that show was with Kiefer Sutherland. Wait, nobody cares about it anymore.
I am Kiefer.
Do I have to hit B because
Maybe.
I don't know. All right, what else we got?
Let's go to Japan. Get that boat.
Take a boat to Japan.
Yellow submarine. Who could fit in the washing machine?
Who could fit the most children in a washing machine? What? Furthest wash? I wouldn't trust this game as far as I could throw a washing machine.
Channel your inner Luna. We're about to get clutched. It's just like a drum.
There were more instructions when you skipped them. I'm sure it wasn't important. Oh, my back!
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What in the hell is happening? The underwear came out?
My underwear! Nice throw.
Secret target achieved.
The new console best, everybody.
Is this the instructions again if I hit that? Oh, no. It's the records that I didn't want to see. What does question mark do? How to play. Okay, yeah, but then when you go to this,
Slam it down, and then I think, yeah. When it gets the perfect angle, you lift it up.
okay. Okay, yeah, I completely. That is terrible controls. It's like, what's the point of that camera thing? And then you have to. I don't understand.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Best in Illinois, I assume. Alright, I'll try again. I'll probably get 0 again.
Secret target achieved. Qualifying target achieved.
Throw a washing machine at someone's face.
Alright, this is gonna be in the Guinness Book of World Records as the first idiot who ever played this fucking game.
Get out of here. So many pandas and bras.
Let's never speak of this again.
New personal best.
You pushed my buttons, bitch. This game with, Santa Claus. Whoa. What the hell's a phone book?
It's like a frying pan.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. It's lovely.
Read all controls.
My hand's messed up. How do I tear it further?
Read the fucking controls next time. just goes on forever until you.
Hey. This is how you really rip a phone book. Hold it then. Nuts, yeah.
God, it's harder.
Wow.
Stupidest fucking game.
Do it, come on, yeah. Mr. Wonderful wanting you to become famous, but you're already becoming famous.
This isn't how I become famous, and I don't know what it is.
Session winner.
Stupid.
How dare you? Ratmus and I want to throw our lives away and stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and do nothing but, gain followers and be better than Smoke a Loaf by playing this game and this game only, right, Ratmus?
Yes.
Screw being a Dark Souls streamer, just do this. You can get partnered on this. Fastest time to pull a plane? What? Oh. Pulling a plane with your teeth is just this easy in real life.
Son of a bitch.
It's DDR, but with only 2 arrows.
Helicopter's like, oh, you fucking lost. You can fuck off. Look at the Goodyear blimp.
Look, it's the Goonies.
Yay, my back.
Watching Guar TV.
That's G-War, right?
That's it. I still don't understand.
Game is beyond understanding.
I think I accidentally quit out. Yeah, I didn't want to do that one. You can have that record. Do something else. Is that a pair of pants? What is that? What? No, we're not doing that. Get out of here.
Just want to know the controls?
Kick your ass, my controls. The fuck out of here. Did Beavis and Butthead like Guar? Is that how I know them?
That was the plot of their video game.
That was the plot of their video game?
They had Guar tickets and they got ripped up, so you're looking for pieces of them. gotta play video games in a video game.
What the fuck is this meta bullshit? I thought it said Superstar Battlestar Galactica. Hey Salsa, very merry, fuck Skyward Sword HD and standard definition
And eating cockroaches.
Christmas season. Oh, you were saying Beavis and Butthead was a good game. Well, it's probably a better game than this one. A brand new Beavis and Butthead movie just came out on Paramount Plus, and Ratmus and I watched the first half of it, and we're gonna watch the second half of it later after this.
Actually move.
So,
New console record.
oldest family business, Hookin'.
New personal best.
There's a love hotel in Japan, clearly.
Geometry.
That's what WAR stands for. Geometry War.
Geometry Wars in a video game. War was ahead of their time. Why does the B button move your spaceship? How does this controls make any sense? So A is shoot, okay, and you can turn your spaceship's direction, but then in order to move it forward, you press the B button. That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. And
New personal best.
oh my god.
Apparently there was Doom.
Congratulations, you started the game again.
Again.
Sadly, that was not at Mojo's.
I'd rather be playing this shit. Get that stupid shit. If I get eaten from a whale, that's a fucking sheep. Okay. It's never this good with the sheep, come on, man.
So, Doom, have you had the time to go back and watch our VOD of the Super Mario RPG finale? Look at the fucking controls this time, Ratmus.
Yes, it's all about hooking.
Just point and shoot.
Hope you like those genitals being shaved.
Hope you like those genitals. Let's just leave it at that.
Or is this in Mario Party? One motion controls, everybody.
Salsa, does this game have worse controls than Skyward Sword? Does this utilize Wii Motion Plus, Ratmus?
I don't think so.
Achieved.
Wasn't there like a Wii Sports Resort that used Motion Plus too?
you beat me. Yeah, the game that your stinking cousin played and threw a Wii remote into our TV. Remember that, Ratmus?
Yeah. What else we got here? Fuck is this?
It's Easter Island, Moe and shit.
Okay, let's we just have to sit here and grow the fingernails.
Let's grow our fingernails in real time by sitting here, everyone. Scintillating gameplay action. Yes, because I disown those fuckers, and also Ratmus is his godfather, speaking of which.
Fuck thought this was a good idea.
Let's see who made this game. Warner Brothers. It's got the Warner Brothers logo on it. Telltale Games.
Oh snap! Need the middle finger. Great, because like if you touch the edge of the screen, it snaps.
Can we just stop this and just move on to a different one? Can we do like highest pizza toss or something good?
You have to unlock that shit. I think you need to hit a button.
Didn't we unlock it?
Like first you have to eat cockroaches. Evade.
I'm the second player. Why should I have to do anything?
Yes. Well, it's a Tomorrowland boat doom.
It's supposed to be. That's the tip of South America. That's new. What's that? What? I thought it was maracas.
Most maracas thrown in 1 minute. Yes. And they left the cast member to drive them in there. I was supposed to aim for her, vagina.
Always aim for the vagina, Ratmus.
Yeah, hit her in the tits. She likes it, everybody.
Oh my god. Is this why you bought this game, Ratmus?
The foot. Come on, bitch.
This is the worst anyone in Illinois has ever done at this.
Right in the elbow. It's got brain damage. Given a what, yo?
So you don't move the target reticule, it just moves by itself?
Yeah. I wonder if this was originally knives, but they didn't want you throwing knives.
Wait, Oh, you can like you can you can rapid fire.
Huh.
Yeah, like you know, if you hit her, it takes time off. Right in the face.
Smack her in the puss. It's a game changer, everybody. Into the go god.
Okay, but was that the stupidest fucking one we could leave off on and are we done with this game?
Yeah, we can switch.
Did everyone enjoy the best game that you're gonna see today? Because that was it. The remote.
TV show king.
Eject the game. Oops. Hit reset, not eject. Rage laundry.
Game was an instant classic.
Thought you were gonna say that game was an insult to my existence.
I'm a freaking.
Unplug the Wii, Ratmus.
PS trip.
Move that sensor bar cable in the corner or something.
Get in the corner.
Alright, next let's try these PS2 games that don't work. We gotta try this first because it's the one that worked the best the first time.
Okay. It's clearly going to be a fan favorite.
It's got The Rock on the cover, so if that tells you anything.
He was in Rampage.
The movie, the game.
Yes. This movie that has Chicago in it.
This has a receipt in the thing for some place in. It's nothing to do with Mojo's or Wisconsin.
Challenge one thing at a time. This game uses an autosave function. The HQ, we're never going under.
It's weird because like this logo just says W with a weird arrow, but I was assured that this is WWE.
WWE owner Mr. McMahon controls all the networks. Now you can see his
I thought I was going to say he controls all the net worth in the world.
TV shows and commercials. And though the critics continue to protest, you can't argue with success.
This is out of control.
In fact,
So yeah, on the cover of this game, it has The Rock and some other wrestler driving like these insane, you know, four-wheeled vehicles in some kind of like arena where they're shooting at each other. So is this a racing game, a battle game, or somehow both?
Welcome to Crush Hour. Thanks to our sponsor, Mr. McMahon.
Well, he's probably asleep, Doom.
WWE superstars battling for survival behind the wheel. Let's take it to the action.
Well, THQ clearly thought of this with the WWE, you know, wanting to make money. What was this, 2003 or whatever it said? You know, they were living on the high hog, right?
Damn right. Fuck is this shit?
It's a vehicular combat video game published by THQ for GameCube and PS2. An Xbox version was planned but canceled.
With good reason.
Yes, it is, Salsa, as I just posted.
But that shit's raw.
The,
Hell in a cell.
the plot of the game consists of Vince McMahon ending up having control over all the television networks. Is this an apocalyptic future?
Yes.
What about Bill Lambier and his combat basketball? Is that the future as well?
Yes.
So, yeah, Demolition Derby.
God, he looks so pathetic.
What are you talking about, Ratmus? This is peak The Rock in 2003. His career is never getting bigger than this. Big Daddy Kane? The only female wrestler to exist.
Not enough edge. Can't even read that. Someone's British. Oh, Billy.
It's just Billy.
Chugs.
Did he even say that guy's name?
That looks like iced tea if he got really fat.
So really, there's only two characters. Which one are you going to play as, Ratmus? The Rock or the Slut?
It's be the Rock.
Who is also a slut. Just look at his outfit. He's a man slut. You can unlock Stephanie McMahon in a German luxury car?
About time.
Does anybody want to unlock things in this game?
Thanks for joining us for what should be another monumental occasion here at the WWE. What the rock?
No, but I smell what the brick's been smoking.
It's Mario Kart, but with Vince McMahon, you know, at the helm instead of Miyamoto.
This is the Mario Kart that no one wanted. You're going to lose in 25 seconds, Ratmus. I think we've already lost.
Just control their ass.
You sound like AVGN. I'm putting the Wii away because we're never going back to that, but I won't put the PS2 away just in case we, try to go back to it and try to play some games that didn't work, because I'm sure that half the games don't work.
Because I'm looking for, ways to control this shit. And it's like,
Maybe you should have read the instructions.
no one does that anymore.
Oh. This instruction manual. The justice system works quickly in the future now that Vince McMahon has control of all television stations and all lawyers.
Yes.
accelerate, X button, or up on the right analog stick, or up on the directional buttons. Turbo, double tap X.
Okay, because I was like hitting various things and, you know, it was, I guess, canceling it out.
Why do multiple buttons do the same thing? Like I said, accelerate is either X or up. Turbo is either double tap X or R3 or the circle button. Power slide is L1. Steer with the directional buttons or left analog stick. Brake/reverse is square or down. Fire primary weapon R1. Fire foreign object R2. Cycle through foreign objects L2. Super attack when meter is full triangle button. Pause game start, change camera view select button. You got that, Ratmus?
Yes.
The foreign objects that you pick up can be... So, are foreign objects basically like Mario Kart items?
I guess so.
Health meter is directly under your special meter. As you damage your opponents, your special meter builds, turning from gray to red. Unleash the super attack with the triangle. Next to the word turbo in the upper right is a number that indicates how many turbos you have.
Do a season.
Complete an exhibition match or season. I'm not going to do any more multiplayer with you, Ratmus. Each arena is littered with foreign objects, which are secondary weapons. The Annihilator, a powerful unguided energy beam that tears through opponents. Atomic Drop, a slow but powerful guided bomb.
Oh yeah!
Whoa, this is rated T for teen, everybody.
Dropped. Oh yeah, Trish the Dish, that's what they call her, guys.
Look at that sexy car! Where was I? Grenade launcher. Laser-guided rockets. Mines. These mines are dropped behind you and explode on impact. They don't last forever.
This was cheaply made, dude.
Twisty rockets. Single-shot foreign object fires a small salvo of spiraling rockets that seek out opponents. So basically a red shell.
Lone saw unlockable.
VRF gun, or is it the Verf gun?
The Verf.
It's very similar to its big brother, the Annihilator, except it doesn't pack quite as powerful a wallop. Did we really need such a
I
thing?
thought you were going to say it's Verf or nothing.
It's clearly not Verf or nothing, okay? There's also armor, health, turbos, invulnerability, which looks like a WWE icon.
Just drive into some sod.
So in other words, it's a Mario Kart star. Double damage, which looks like a radio RC controller. This boost to your combat computer makes your shots cause twice as much damage.
Damn it, I just drove into a saw and it somehow killed me.
Ramming power, a force shield that doubles the impact of ramming damage. There's a lot going on here. There are 32 different WWE superstars, but 23 are available at the start. You have to unlock the other 9 by playing season mode. Who the fuck is going to do that, right?
We're doing it right now.
No, we're not.
Just say the best video game with a ripoff of Hulk Hogan is Persona 3, right, dude?
Let's see, we got The Big Show, we got Billy, no last name. We got Booker T. Washington, I just added a last name. It says, I thought it said Booker T is an expert in smoking weed. No, that's not what it says. It says Booker T leaves suckers in smoking wrecks.
But he is also...
But he is also an expert in smoking weed. Bubba Ray Dudley, Chris Benoit, I'm just going to call him that, Chris Jericho, Chuck, no last name, The Edge,
There's not enough of him.
Brock Lesnar, let's just call him Eddie Brock, Jeff Hardy, Big Daddy Kane, Kurt Angle, Matt Hardy, Rikishi? Is there a Japanese wrestler? Rob Van Dam, Is that like Robert Van Winkle? Doom says that this isn't the worst game he's ever seen. That's high praise. This is not the worst game that we've ever played on this show, is it, Ratmus?
No, but speaking of the phrase high praise, my girlfriend was saying that there's like going to be a National Treasure like TV show or something on Disney Plus or
And a musical?
The only musical is Back to the Future musical. But everyone in the comments was like, if Nicolas Cage isn't involved, then it's garbage.
Okay. Continuing on with the characters, yes, there's The Rock, yes, there's Stacy Keibler. I'm surprised it didn't have any like sexual innuendo or anything in her description. Kind of sad. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Luna's gonna love this past broadcast if he watches it, right? Test? There's somebody named Test? Did Wheatley name him? Triple H. Trish Stratus.
But H.H. Greg.
Okay, wait, Stacy Keibler wasn't unlocked. You're playing as Trish Stratus, right? It says, this lovely diva drives an equally gorgeous German luxury car. Yeah, I told you that car is sexy.
I told you that car was a slut.
It's because it's fitted with plasma torpedoes.
That's hot.
And so is she!
Logistics, too.
The Undertaker, William Regal. He's British, right?
Do we have enough to, take Mankind to the Undertaker or whatever?
There are 13 arenas, but only 6 are available at the start. You need to unlock the rest. Whoopity-doo. Yeah.
Alright, now let's switch games. Yeah, I would say that too.
Does it have the actors in here? Lead programmer, programmers, art director, testers, quality assurance, full motion video.
I like how the Rock, that's like the worst CGI of the Rock, even worse than him as the Scorpion King, right?
Yeah, unless I'm missing it, I don't see any kind of voice cast being credited, at least in the instruction manual.
Let's switch games.
Alright, Ratmus. So we bought 5 PlayStation 2 games, but I could only get 2 of them to work, so...
What if we bought 2 PlayStation 5 games?
This one was the other one that I think worked. So we gotta try this one next. Hit browser.
Hit Bowser. Oh God, no! Pull on it.
Power off, not reset.
Power up.
The rest of the stream is just going to be resetting the PS2, trying to get it to work, right?
It's like, thank God it's not that Guinness Book game anymore.
No.
I did this. Someone just realized that on Thundercats, Lion-O shines a laser pointer to the sky, and the cats follow it.
Alright, try the next drag.
Try Drag Racing 2. Drag Racing 3, you mean shut the fuck up.
I told Doom that we have a secret Disney game that we're not going to tell him what it is unless it actually works, which I doubt it will. But the game that I just tried and failed to work, that I got to work yesterday, was called Trigger Man. Now Ratmus is trying to load a different game, which I couldn't get to work at all either, called Drag Racing 2.
Like Electric Dragaloo.
None of these games looked, scratched to me or anything, and all of them were cleaned by Mojo supposedly before they sold them to us. And we've always had problems with these PS2 games. I don't know why we keep buying them.
Because they're just classic.
They're just so damn good.
You said Cobra will bring his PS2.
Yes. Cobra's gonna bring his PS2. We're gonna try these fucking games on there and see what the F the problem is.
We're gonna make Cobra play these games, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
If every single one of them works on Cobra's PS2, which somehow I doubt, then
We'll have to get a PS2.
we'll have to get another PS2. But my question is, what if they just don't work on his PS2? Then what do we do with these fucking games?
Sell some blood. Okay, that didn't work either. Let's
Try the next one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that secret Disney game.
Try that one. Even have a PS2 song? I know you have a Sega Genesis. Is this one actually loading? Hold on, everybody.
Someone recording this?
Is someone recording this? Hold on, this game might actually be loading. Then it's gonna fail. Oh, yeah, actually, this one did get to the loading screen, but then it never loaded.
I blame Activision. The fuck is that shit? Dash Rendarware.
So this one is called Cabela's Dangerous Hunts. Cabela's is that company that's like affiliated with Bass Pro Shops. So this is a hunting game. On the cover it has a giant bear bashing down some trees and attacking some hunters in rage. So why did you want to buy this game, Ratmus? Because of this awesome cover?
Yes.
Yeah, like this is as far as I got. Like it was loading just like forever and it never loaded and I'm like, what the fuck? When I did this in a test. So amazingly it worked more than drag racing to holy shit, the menu actually loaded.
Do a quick hunt because who knows how long this is going to work.
Exactly. This game is extremely quiet also. We are an adult male and an adult female. Nondescript.
Let's be a yonker.
For those of you who don't know, a yonker is a young man. And you should know that. You need equipment and clothing to go hunting. Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to hunt naked, like I'm naked and afraid.
Yes, I watched Naked and Afraid.
Used to watch this show called Two Best Friends Play on YouTube. A yonker from Yonkers. Bears are strong mammals and can kill a man. Luna knows because he's loaded for beer. The next evolution of hunting has taken a dangerous turn. This is from the back of the box. Is this even going to load? Get ready for hunting action unlike anything you've ever encountered, except Doom encountered this before. With killer be-killed consequences that will leave you trembling at the knees and fearing for your life. Are you sure this is okay, Ratmus? It's rated T for teen with blood violence.
It's just like Rainbow Six.
It's just like Fred Fucks.
No tracks found.
This is just like, hunting in Yakuza 5, right?
How do I hitchhike and go home or something? Hello?
Ratmus, if you killed a baby deer, just fucking blew its fucking brains out in front of its fucking mother, would it care what, type of pants you were wearing?
No.
Alright, let's check out these controls. Hunting or vehicle? You can hunt in a vehicle. Select as your inventory.
Whose footprints are these?
L2 is crouch. R1 is fire. R2 is zoom/aim. Move with the D-pad or the stick, obviously. You can press the left stick to ready gun/knife. You can press the right stick to ready firearm/bow. You can also use the right stick to turn left, right, or look up and down. So X is reload. Circle is search animal tracks. Triangle is cancel. It doesn't say anything about the square button. And that's for when you're on foot. You can get the high score.
Do I just shoot my gun at cars? Oh shit.
Fire is R1, I believe I said. This is the best place to hunt jaguars, is on a highway. Or wolves, or whatever the fuck this thing is. With a freaking... Can you go hunting with a 357 Magnum?
Apparently
Why did that say animal camera? It looked like a drone shot. If it was the animal camera, wouldn't we be seeing you from its eyes?
Yes.
Okay, Dad just sent me an important text message. Minnie Minoso goes into the Baseball Hall of Fame tomorrow, 10 years too late. Is that an important message, Ratmus?
Yes.
See, it's also, this game is a metaphor, because life is a highway.
I wanna ride. Oh shit.
The action zone?
Icon, where's the fucking sniper rifle?
Difficulty level. Choose easy if you're a new, inexperienced hunter.
Can I, hunt a bear naked with a bolo knife? That should be like insane difficulty or some shit.
Items in dangerous hunts. Camping. Hydration bladder. An experienced hunter knows that sufficient water supplies are often critical for survival. Did you know that, Ratmus?
This is like OG Pokemon, come on.
This game is so stupid that it made Song fall asleep. Well, congratulations.
Would you go back to the WWE racing shit? Oh, wait a minute.
Remember to regularly drink water. Daily rations. Self-heating meal. A hot meal may provide invaluable in the field when your nutrition is low. Medical kit. Map. GPS. The modern high-tech response to the classic map. The GPS should answer all your navigational problems. Heavy tent. Why not a light tent? Binoculars. Waterproof binoculars provide a means to scout and observe game from a distance. It's very important that they're waterproof, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rangefinder, spotting scope, clothing. Again, don't tell me to hunt with clothing on.
Waterproof Uno.
Waterproof Uno is very important to your hunting needs. Firearms and bows. You want me to list them all? Well, there's 87 fucking pages of them. That's to be expected, I suppose.
Yeah, let's kill some fish.
You nearly drowned.
You have been rescued by the Ward and Lackey 2. Let's see, we got a 270 bolt-action rifle. I'm just going to name some of these. A 10-gauge pump shotgun.
Punk's trying to make a name for himself.
10-gauge gas-loaded Magnum shotgun. A compound bow. A crossbow. A 44 revolver. That might have been what you were using originally.
Yeah.
A 5-inch blade knife. Or a 7-inch blade knife. Or a 12-inch blade knife. Various scopes. Calls, decoys, and lures. Rattling antlers. A pair of synthetic rattling antlers imitates the sound of bucks fighting. It should attract both territorial bucks looking for a challenge and does looking to have sex with said territorial buck.
And have Buckmin's join chat for some reason.
So you're saying that there's a call that we can use to lure Buckmans to chat, and it's saying, "Hey Buck, I need help with my Mac."
Yes. I was hoping to get him in here.
That will, make him run away from the area. Grunt call. A grunt call simulates the basic call of deer. I thought it said it simulates a basic pitch deer.
That too.
The bleat of a doe in heat is irresistible to bucks. Rosalina in heat is also irresistible to Buckminst. Use that to get him into chat. Is Sadie even here? Spoilers, no, she is not.
Must have barked at shit.
Elk call, one of the most powerful and realistic elk calls available, as opposed to all the unrealistic elk calls. They sell those at, the shit version of Cabela's. Moose call, when stand hunting moose, this call should prove a valuable tool. Or you could just go to Canada and live with Jams, where moose come every day to his house.
Yes.
Coyote howler.
Well,
Was that Bigfoot? Or was that your shadow?
that shadow.
Sense. Dos Equis? Urine. Buck urine is an item in this game, everybody.
Shit. I like how the aim is so shitty, like, I can't...
Can you use a light gun with this game? There's actual decoys, which is like a giant cardboard cutout of a moose and other things. Fresh meat. Hunting locations: Alaska, Alberta, British Columbia, Colorado, Idaho, New Mexico, Northwest Territories, Northern California, Quebec, Tanzania, Wisconsin, and Zimbabwe.
Those are all so similar.
Did it have you choose where you were hunting? Do you know where you were hunting right now?
I don't remember what it was picking, so...
Maybe it might have been Alaska. Maybe that was just the first option alphabetically.
Yeah, like...
It was close. You nearly
Go back to the main menu. Can you maybe pick Wisconsin? That'd be fun.
You can go to Mojo's and get attacked by a wolf.
I'm surprised this game even loaded. So we just have to believe that the game will load, and it will load. Here's some wildlife you will encounter in dangerous hunts: bighorn sheep, black bear, Kodiak brown bear. Yeah, your own private Idaho. Doom would want to hunt in northern California, right?
To winter.
Is it true that the climate of California is characterized by cold to mild winters and, except in the high mountains, warm to hot summers? When hunting in the mountainous areas, one is advised to bring adequate shelter and clothing. Where's the level where you hunt John Leguizamo? I think that's Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the game.
Yes.
Wisconsin terrain ranges from the gently rolling hills to the even more gently rolling hills. No. Wisconsin terrain ranges from the gently rolling hills of the eastern ridges and lowlands to the broken Bad River Canyon. Okay. What about the cheese?
Let's hunt.
You're entering without ammunition. What are you doing? Cape buffalo, caribou, coyote. Duiker? The duiker is the most widely distributed African antelope. I don't think we'll be encountering any of those in Wisconsin. Elk gemsbok, primarily found in South Africa. Grizzly bear, the hyena, there's nobody insaner. Impala, kudu, leopards, mountain lion, moose, mountain goats, mule deer, polar bears.
Shot me a bear.
I thought it said the polar bear's white coat is more than meets the eye. No, it says it's more than just a camouflaging tool. It also insulates against the cold and channels ultraviolet light to the skin for heat absorption.
Apparently, like, I just wanted to equip me with the right damn ammo.
Rhino,
Rhinos?
whitetail, wild boar, wolf, and a zebra. Hints and tips. It's dangerous out there. Always carry a medical kit. In easy difficulty, make use of the trophy beacons, the red dots, and bullet camera. They're great hunting aids. Many animals have different weights depending on the time of the year. Running out of stamina, make sure you're wearing appropriate clothing. To finish career hunt, you need to unlock all 12 charters and successfully complete every challenge. Has anyone ever done that? No. Here's the last hint. As with any game, save your progress often. Couldn't agree more, right, Ratmus? Oh, wait, that's actually not the last hint. That was just the last hint on that page. The last actual hint is if you're having trouble taking down a Cape Buffalo, remember they have very thick skulls, so going for a harder long shot is a better bet than a headshot. Customer support, online support. Alright, if anybody wants to ask a question about the people who made this, ask a question to the people who made this game, you can fax them 24 hours a day at 952-918-9560. So get faxing, everybody. What question would you fax them, Ratmus?
Why the fuck don't you just have like auto-equipped so you can have a rifle and then it will, you know, give you the like ammo with it automatically, because that would make sense.
Alright, are you done with this stupid game?
Let's almost.
We're not done, everybody.
Read my facts.
Let me look up this game on Wikipedia. There were a bunch of different games. You know, this was probably the original, Cabela's Dangerous Hunts from 2003. They also had Dangerous Hunts 2, Ultimate Challenge, Dangerous Hunts 2009, 2011, and 2013. Deer Hunt 2004 season, Deer Hunt 2005 season, Ultimate Deer Hunt. Anyways, it's a first-person shooter. The game features several modes. If you kill non-game animals, if you kill 3 of them, you will fail.
The 2 of them, and you're good.
Falling into deep streams can result in drowning, but I thought the, ranger would save you.
It just watches you drown.
Yeah, that makes sense, Doom. There are 12 exotic locations which feature 26 animals, but they're not exotic, even though it's white rhinoceroses and zebras and hyenas.
I thought Wisconsin was exotic.
Locations in the game include Wisconsin, and I click on it because I'm in Wikipedia, and it just tells me about the wonderful Badger State. The PC and PlayStation 2 versions received mixed or average reviews, while the Xbox version received generally unfavorable reviews. The game was said to have a passable gameplay and a very neat feel to it. I'm going to need some citations on that. Who the hell said that this game had a neat feel? Ratmus, do you say that this game has a very neat feel to it?
No.
I think that's what Ratmus would say about this game, is that it's passive-aggressive, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks! It was developed by Fun Labs, a Romanian video game developer who has never been to Wisconsin because they live in Bucharest, and published by Activision. How many innocent animals have you killed, Ratmus?
No.
None of them were innocent?
Killed your mate, you son of a bitch.
Doom, did you say something about what you ate? Because I don't think I mentioned, but Ratmus made Mongolian beef today.
Congratulations, you have completed the hunt.
Alright, let's get out of this shit.
Alright, try the Disney. We're gonna try the Disney game right now and see if it works, and cross our fingers. Hey Dream, how's it going?
Shot me a coyote. some reads.
Reading disc. Reading disc. No! Try resetting and pressing the button a bunch of times and turning it on and off again a bunch of times.
Try talking to it,
Try threatening it. Try talking to it nicely.
then threaten it some more. Call it a bitch. Called it a bitch. No, bitch.
Real brute. No!
If we turn it upside down, we'll run.
Is that even legal?
That's how my friend's PS1 would work.
That'd be amazing if that worked. No!
More time.
Is this like one of those old school, antennas that you gotta...
Yes. Point magnetic north.
Didn't we stream the 24 video game because we bought it at Mojo's for like 5 minutes and then gave up on it?
I'm with CTU, punch.
Did you try blowing on the disc, Ratmus?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna load. It's gonna load, everybody. We have the PlayStation 2 vertically, which is totally not recommended. It's loading, everyone. Is it really loading? Is this actually happening? I don't think we actually blew on it, though.
I have in the past.
If we blew on our PS2 right now, it might knock itself over. Watch, it'll load just enough to spoil what it is for Doom and then fail. PK! What the hell is PK? Ask Ness.
Yes. Stands for he can't.
No, seriously, what is this? PK Sports. It's in the gate.
Apparently I just named it A whatever.
PK Out of the Shadows, known as Donald Duck PK in Europe, is a 2002 action-adventure video game. It stars Donald Duck as Paperinik, or PK, as he battles to stop the Evron Empire from taking over the Earth. This game is based on the Italian comic book series PK Paperinik New Adventures. This is motherfucking canon Disney right here. Right, Ratmus?
Damn right.
Also, I have the audio maxed, and it's still extremely low.
You're not familiar with the Italian comics, Doom? I thought you were a fan.
You mean you're not familiar with Largo Wench, the Italian TV show, or whatever the fuck it was? Yeah. I'm gonna raise the video game volume to the 150% threshold.
Yeah, the video game booth.
I haven't heard any voice acting yet.
Just say this is Lux right now. She's like, so boring.
Donald, you've got to control your temper, or I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Don't get mad. You're the one with the temper.
Clarence.
And
That's
the
not
other
Clarence Nash, so.
So I'm raising the audio to 400%.
So, you'd like to be a superhero?
So is this all a dream?
Probably.
I'll take that as a yes. Mr. Donald Duck, please go to the middle of that yellow circle
I think I
and
should be
stand
voiced by
still.
Paul Fries.
Do it now!
Do it.
And please, do not move.
These cutscenes, like we only have a short amount of time. These cutscenes are going to take up all the time we have to play this game. Whoa, fully nude on stream. Is this even legal?
It's like, what? You don't wear pants anyway, idiot.
All soldiers ready to leave the mothership. We can launch the invasion now, General.
Proceed.
That's not it.
That's definitely it.
Ah, here it is. So you see, you're a superhero now, with a little training. Sensors detected an alien presence. Genesis Research Labs. Well,
On the Genesis, you can have.
training. This is going to be your first mission, PK. Let's get moving.
What is a PK?
We don't have time for this now. I'll explain later. By the way, how do you like your cool new voice?
What happened to his voice? So yeah, the Wikipedia says that PK in the comics stands for Paperinic. In this manual, it says that it stands for Platyrhinoceros Kineticus, which is Latin for duck of energy.
Either way, it's full of bullshit.
So yeah, basically, like, so Daisy and the nephews were making fun of him for being a loser security guard, so then he clearly had a dream where all this is happening, where some extraordinary supercomputer turned him into the superhero to fight these weird aliens, right?
Look over there, PK. That's an activation star, and they
Not to be
form the
confused with
energy
DK,
needed
right?
to use the teleport
Instead, the
stations.
voice of Don Cheadle,
Make certain that you collect as many as you can.
Right.
So we can
R1
be sure
says
it will work
PK
every
sight
time.
camera movement, R2 targeting, X jump, propulsion jump. Press X button twice to activate propulsion jump. Basically a double jump. Probably, Doom. Square button is fire supercharge after acquiring the X Transformer supercharged power. Press and hold square to charge. Circle button, change costume if you receive a new costume. Right analog stick, switch target, start button, pause menu. Select language, that's all it says. So, for the story, it says, hired as a security guard at Duckclare Tower, a building Uncle Scrooge has recently bought. And then blah blah blah, basically what we already saw. Alright, so Doom, now that you've seen the game and we actually got it to work, would you actually want to own and play this ever in your life? I'm not even asking you if you wanted to stream this, I'm just asking if you want to own this game.
Targeting button to engage the X Transformer's target lock. Good work so far, PK.
I have to warn you, though, that the box, though, is not an official box. It's basically an empty jewel case with they for the cover of the what would be the official game art. It's a Xerox, printed out black and white copy of the game cover.
By invading planets all over the galaxy.
What do you think, Ratmus? Are you okay with giving this to Doom, or do you want it?
No, you can have it.
Let's do it!
All right, Doom. I guess you might see this game sometime in the future.
PK stands for the scientific Latin classification Platyrhynchus kineticus. Translated loosely, it means energized duck. Put the P and the K together and you have
Yeah, I'm sure
PK.
that's fucking bullshit, right?
Okay.
Make me proud, PK.
Got all those collectibles. Alright, should we switch and try,
Yeah, okay, so we're not gonna... Let's not try these PS2 games again. We can try them on Cobra's system and see if they work there. The other ones that we did not get to see were Trigger Man and Drag Racing 2. Oh well, I guess. Maybe we'll see those in the future if we can get them to work. But at least we got that to work. Alright, so, let's switch to the Genesis next, because several people, including Doom and other people, were interested in those 2 Genesis games that we had. So let's get to those.
make sure it's still charging okay.
Alright, now we are using the Genesis Model 2 by itself, not connected to the Sega CD or anything, because it has native stereo sound. But apparently I discovered a problem while I was testing with this console, and that's where the power cable connects to the Genesis. It's very finicky. Like, I had to, it had trouble turning on unless I messed with it enough.
Sexually. The first game that looks like a nugget with bat ears.
Which game do you want to start with, Ratmus?
It says Zoom TM on the top.
Yeah, Zoom or Puggsy.
Puggsy alone. Let's do Zoom.
Forgot to blow on it. See, when the power works, these 3 lights over here light up, so...
It looks like they're lit up.
Now they are.
Does it?
Alright. Also, during my testing... Okay, hold on. I had it the volume was insanely high because that game was so low, so... Give me a second here. Did it fail?
Yeah,
It's not bad. You need to blow on the power cable. When I was doing my testing, I got the cropping done and written down ahead of time, so these games should be pretty much cropped the right way now.
1989. You play 2 players, 1 pad, apparently. That's some Genesis sound right there.
Okay, so yeah, Zoom! Is a puzzle game developed and released by Discovery Software in 1988. It features a 3D-like board the player moves around on. Up to 2 players may play simultaneously. A port was released for the Sega and Genesis in 1990. And this is the one where I'll show the box art on stream because this is crazy. So yeah, these 2 Genesis games, when we bought them at Mojo's, we didn't see what the names of them were because the names are only written on the side labels, and all we could see was the front part of the game with the cover art. So this is actually the box art. So basically what we were looking at was everything you see here except for Sega Mega Drive and Zoom, just the picture is what we were seeing, none of the writing. And Ratmus saw that, and what did you say, Ratmus? Oh, we gotta buy this, RockMan, it's clearly awesome, right?
Yeah, I'm right.
Plot. This game has plot? Earth has been captured by space phantoms using magical force fields. The only hope for Earth's survival is Mr. Smart, a rabbit-like creature. Earth is fucked. Mr. Smart must travel from shield to shield while outrunning the space phantoms in order to save the world. So Doom says, is this basically a Pac-Man ripoff?
Yeah, I was like, this is Pac-Man if Pac-Man was stupid.
Is it like Pac-Man and Q*bert, kind of? Not really. Because, I mean, like I said, this guy looks like a fucking fucked up version of Q*bert to me.
He's not, in the 50s.
You navigate a total of 36 faux 3D style game boards. Skating through the grid lines of each tile on the board. Doing so causes the grid lines to change colors. Once a grid tile is completely surrounded by colored lines, it flashes. The game board is completed when the player has successfully skated on every line of the grid. So isn't that kind of like Q*bert?
Yeah, and, Pac-Man, getting all the stupid pellets, or stupid power-ups. I froze them and then I ran right into them because it didn't acknowledge me turning.
Power-ups, including ribbon candy, which add additional game points, bananas that slow certain game enemies, and an hourglass that freezes all enemies for a brief period, as well as a sun that provides the player with temporary invincibility. So that's like the weird... I'm sure Doom remembers when AVGN had that series on weird game box art. Where the fuck was this game? Because this should have been on there. Like, Mr. Smart with his weird... I mean, he looks like an egg with arms, legs, and weird ears. Almost like gremlin ears. And then in the background, on the faux 3D background, as it calls it, on the box art, there's a purple hand, a clock, and like a scrubby bubble scrubber, as well as explosions. Like, this fucking picture is nuts. The Sega Genesis port of Zoom received a mostly negative response from gamers and critics upon its release. Electronic Gaming Monthly gave the game an average of 3 out of 10, with reviewers stating that the game looked 16-bit, but delivered gameplay style similar to an Atari 2600 title. That is true, isn't it?
Yes.
Commonly stated among reviewers were bad controls, repetitive sounds, and poor visual appeal. One reviewer stated that the game is easily the worst game to yet appear on the Sega Genesis and not worthy of the system. And that was in 1990. We can even go to the Internet Archive and view scans of the actual magazine where we can read that person's review. I wanted to know the name of the person, but I don't think they're cited.
Why is there so much hate in our heart?
That reviewer was a visionary, right? And yes, I think it was it Nux on Discord? Yeah, Nux said that he used Google Lens, which probably took the picture and then used it to find what the game was. And he said that it was originally on Amiga, Commodore 64, and DOS. Alright, Ratmus is now switching games because he's done with that shit.
Puggsy.
To Puggsy.
Maybe I need to blow on.
Well, this is fucking low res as hell. But that's a picture of the box art of this game, which again does not say the title on the front of the cartridge. So we had no idea what it was or what it was called. Ratmus picked it because that guy looked fucking stupid, right? And,
I feel like Malibu right now.
and drunk. Alright, so this is Puggsy. A 1993 puzzle platform game developed by Traveler's Tales and released by Psygnosis on the Mega Drive and Mega CD, as well as Amiga. Puggsy is the name of the title character, an orange space hopper-like alien who landed his spaceship on the planet, intending to return home until his spaceship was stolen by the raccoon natives of the planet. Wait, so this is kind of like Toe Jam and Earl, except he landed on Raccoon World instead of Earth? I wasn't even watching. That was a level?
Well, it's like I finished it, but I didn't accomplish anything.
I thought it said the composer of this game was Matt Furries.
What's a furry, alright?
He probably was a furry. And we should have got this on Sega CD, clearly.
Would have had better sound.
The gameplay is mostly a cross between a normal platform game and I thought I was going to say, and an abnormal platform game? No, and a puzzle game of sorts, where Puggsy is often required to find objects and either carry them to a specific location or somehow use them in order to complete levels.
How do I defeat the giant enemy crab, everybody?
Power-ups, speed up, blah blah blah, a variety of guns.
Whoa.
This game has guns. Objects react on a clever physics-based system, which was an innovative feature of the time. Doom, do you remember when physics was a clever feature of the time? Back in 1990?
Well, here's a gun. I just threw the gun.
Just throw the gun at the crab.
Look at this. Instead of crouching, he just like moves his arm down. Because he's too fat and doesn't have knees.
I mean, it doesn't AVGN complain all the time about how, like, you know, there's enemies on the ground and I can't shoot at them? What the hell? I mean, doesn't this game solve that? This game is genius.
Can I shoot the ledge so I can get up it?
For a second, what's going on? I was like, you can use the gun as a platforming tool to climb the wall. Genius. Well done. So it says this game was released in the EU, March 23rd, 1993, but then when was it released in North America? It only says 1994. Strange. Now, remember when that other person said that was the worst game on the Genesis so far? Would he say that this is worse? No, I don't think so. I mean, at least this game is somewhat of a functioning platformer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking at it, but the object physics in Puggsy were inspired by Super Mario World.
I wouldn't have gotten it. He's like...
Is the map hard to navigate? You keep playing the same level.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the hell it's trying to get me to do, and I thought, like, I would have beaten this level correctly. Maybe, okay, maybe this is the newer level.
As the Mega Drive cartridge copiers were defaulted to simulate a battery-backed SRAM for storing save data, Puggsy uses an SRAM as a means of an anti-piracy feature. Since the game employs a password system, genuine cartridges do not contain an internal SRAM. The game performs an SRAM check after its 5th level, and if an SRAM is found, it displays a warning message telling the players to stop playing a, quote, silly copy of Puggsy. Megatech gave the game 90% and a Hyper Game Award, saying that it was excellently designed and thought out, but listed the control system as a major weak point.
I can see that. Well, it's the Cove.
Treasure Trove Cove, and also, should this music be on somebody's music quiz? Ratmus, do you have a video game music quiz in your
I
mind?
should. In my mind, yeah.
Will this be on it?
Totally. So people be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh God!
Okay, now I got a gun. Come at me, bitch. Oh shit, my gun.
It's okay, you got your gun back. A promised sequel titled Puggsy 2, Roman numerals, was teased at the game's ending.
Look at this.
Hashtag sequel hook, right? But it never materialized. The Super Nintendo version was almost completed but cancelled.
It's like, that's so weird how that. Oh, the gun's broken apparently.
But you can still use it to platform yourself.
Best use of a gun.
The character of Puggsy originally appeared in an Amiga demo in 1990 named Pugs in Space. The management was impressed by the demo and asked Dionysus to develop a game based around Puggsy. What the fuck kind of developers, in a fucking boardroom would look at this character and be impressed and say, hey, you should make a whole game based on Puggsy over here. This is our answer to Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's gotta go slow.
Yes, they asked the Greek god, who's shit-faced 24/7. Wright said the company didn't really get where we were going with the game. The demo group was pulled out of the game's development, which was then shifted to Traveler's Tales. It says it was programmed by John Burton. It says he was the guy who was inspired by Super Mario World, a game that he enjoyed. He wanted to create a Super Mario World type game, but with puzzles based on physical objects with different properties.
Alright, let's switch consoles.
Apparently we're done with that, everybody. So, sorry, if you wanted more Puggsy, you
gotta pay for it.
You gotta play it on Amiga or go fuck yourself.
You're gonna have to PayPal me some money.
You're gonna have to ask John Burton why the game exists.
Then ask why it insists.
And that's why he sold out. So we're doing the NES last then?
Yes. The classic stuff will be last.
Alright, we're switching to Super Nintendo, and spoilers, these two games both suck.
Let's do Kawasaki Ninjas. Pussy going! Yes, we got babies, kids, just kidding.
Alright, stop making weird and offensive noises. I'm just gonna keep going. Might help if you had a controller. Listen, okay, I take it back. This song is gonna be 100% featured on Ratmus's music quiz, right?
It's like, name where this music is from, and be like,
Kawasaki Caribbean Challenge. Or Kawasaki Caribbean Challenge, I don't know. Yes, and instead of just having, a motorcycle game and then having to switch to a watercraft game, we got both in one. Oh, I'm sorry, did you think it was going to be a 3D view? No, it's top-down. Did you think it was going to be behind? Because I certainly did.
this music's also on the music quiz. This is very, that truck game, that RC Pro-Am is better than this, and that's on the NES.
Well, we do have a racing game on the NES coming up. Okay, I'm searching for this in Wikipedia, and the first thing that comes up is Kawasaki Disease.
This game is a disease, just like Kevin.
Kevin, you're such a disease. Wow, the Wikipedia article for this is very short. Kawasaki Caribbean Challenge is a Super NES racing game that was released in 1993 exclusive for North America. Either one or two players can race 6 different Kawasaki vehicles across 3 different Caribbean islands. Players must finish 5 laps and finish in first place in order to be credited with a win. There are a lot of treacherous curves and bends on the racetrack as the players race for top supremacy and for a finish in the top spot. Were there even like AIs, or were you just racing by yourself?
It was like a time trial thing. Like it wants you to hit select.
Yeah, I know. When I was testing some, it was really stupid. Like you hit select and your plane goes to an island or something. Published by Game Tech. It was designed by Rod Humble. Wow, he sounds pretty humble. Came out in North America June 1993. Racing with top-down perspective. See also Kawasaki Super Bike Challenge, which was a bike racing game for Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Game Gear. And that's it. Pretty exciting, Ratmus?
No. Shit.
Are you not excited, Ratmus?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained, Ratmus?
Apparently that's not the... Like, the lack of music just makes it so damn boring.
You want to play that wonderful music from the title screen, right?
Yes. It's the best music in this game, clearly.
Did we lose all of our audience except him?
We made it to the race. See, like, that wasn't even the race. You have to, like, time trial to be able to do the race.
Prove you can make it to a race. You need to time trial it.
I've seen other, like, stupid games like that, too, and that's just fucking horrible.
Like in Top Gun, how your first mission is training for the next mission?
Yes. And then you die, so, you know.
So what good was your training? You pulled a goose, in other words.
You proved an Iceman. You pulled an Iceman's voice.
It also says the water physics were ahead of its time. Doom says this feels like a game I could play, but why would I?
Yes.
Ratmus, this is a game you could play, but why are you playing it? Why did you buy it in the first place? Actually, I don't know.
Like, I think I picked this
I
out.
think I picked this.
Let's go to a game that I did pick out next. How about that?
Yep. Most of these, I swear, Ratmus picked out, so I blame him.
Like, this is all me.
This next one might actually be fairly decent. Yeah, I didn't notice that some of the games have their name. Somebody wrote the name Joe on the back of this. So what game is this? Well, it's based on a hit movie that I've never seen, and I use the term "hit" loosely. It's Cliffhanger. So what type of game do you think this is, Ratmus? A racing game, demolition derby, first-person shooter?
Fighting. We're hiking and lost our bearings. The winds are too strong. Who gives a shit?
As soon as the game starts, an enemy is going to attack you, so be prepared to move and mash buttons. This is a beat 'em up.
It's like if you had a Sylvester Stallone, thing where he beats people up, why wouldn't it be like Rambo?
Because it's Cliffhanger, okay?
You wish you had Final Fight, but wish it was more clunky and had Sylvester Stallone?
Do you wish Final Fight had more discount Sylvester Stallone? Okay, I searched on Wikipedia for Cliffhanger, and the first thing that came up was The Perils of Pauline. I was like, oh, a cliffhanger is a plot device. No, cliffhanger disambiguation.
You like that kick sound?
Cliffhanger video game, 1983 Laserdisc video game based on the manga and anime series Lupin 3. No, how about Cliffhanger video game based on the 1993 film? Cliffhanger is a beat-em-up platform game that was released on October 17th, 1993, based on the film of the same name. Ratmus, what were you doing October 17th, 1993?
Not playing this game.
Yes, wow, this came out for Amiga, Master System, Genesis, Sega CD, Super Nintendo, NES, Game Boy, and Game Gear. They must have really loved this fucking game.
Probably playing a Sonic game or something at that point.
Probably playing a good game on Super Nintendo is what you were doing. Plot: a plane filled with terrorists attempting to steal money from a treasury plane while airborne is shot down by an FBI plane. This is spoiling the movie in case I ever wanted to watch it, which I don't. The terrorists arrive at what gate does not blah blah blah. What does this have to do with a beat 'em up?
Clearly, he just goes up a mountain and beats all these people up because that plane of terrorists had like 78 guys on
The
it.
player must watch out for enemies and either avoid them by jumping or defeat them by attacking with various weapons, such as a knife or a gun. There are also bosses after every few levels. The final boss being Quaylen, the leader of the terrorist group.
Look at this. Like, I have to mind this gap.
Damn right you have to mind the gap. And you're losing all your lives to this fucking gap? Whoa, AVGN would love this game. Is there a run button? Okay, in their review of the Super Nintendo version, Electronic Gaming Monthly deemed the game a poor Double Dragon clone. Remember when people just called beat-em-ups Double Dragon clones? Yeah, is there any way to hang on that cliff, Ratmus?
Apparently there is like double tapping forward that has you run.
Deemed the game a poor Double Dragon clone, citing a lack of originality, poor controls, tiresome gameplay, and below-average graphics. They were even more condemning of the NES version, saying that controls suffer from a delay, the soundtrack is grating, and the graphics look like they're from one of the first wave of NES games. Reviewing the Sega CD version, GamePro criticized the 5 platforming levels as repetitive to the point of monotony, praised the 2 snowboarding levels as extremely challenging and fun. The game was awarded Worst Movie to Game of 1994 by Electronic Gaming Monthly. So where the hell did you hear that this was a good game, Doom? Or decent? Yeah, is there a password system? Can we go straight to the snowboarding game, or are we just never going to see that?
I just have to jump that cliff thing and...
Wait, it says the Sega CD version contains a 3D snowboarding sequence where the player has to escape from an avalanche. So is that not even in this version? In December 2012, programmer Chris Shrigley, who worked on the Sega Genesis version, released the source code for educational purposes to the public. Oh, wow! I can't imagine, I bet the source code for this Genesis game, now that it's available to the public, helps somebody cure cancer. Because this game's given me cancer, right?
Okay, so you have to run.
Imagine if we were playing the Game Boy version of this. Because, yeah, I turned this game on, not knowing what to expect, and I saw a beat 'em up, and I started punching the first guy, and I'm like, wow, this is, this isn't terrible like Kawasaki Challenge or whatever, and then I just turned it off. So, I guess maybe whoever said the game was decent,
Just did that.
just did that. And was comparing it to the Kawasaki game.
I look more like Frankenstein than Sylvester Stallone.
I thought you were gonna say I look more like Frank Stallone than Sylvester Stallone.
All that too. Burn.
Norm Macdonald reviewed this game and said, "You guessed it, Frank Stallone."
Look at this. Jesus, this is not the game that.
This is a platformer. Alright, Ratmus is clearly done with this game. So, we have 2 games left, and they're both for NES. We're just flying through this stream after being so late. I bet you were glad we were this late. After this, we're gonna have to go back to Guinness World Records.
Just kidding, I put the Wii away. I'm gonna say you don't want to eat those cockroaches.
I don't want to eat those cocks.
Go to the PS2 and play those other games.
Those games that don't work.
Or we could try, you know, how I played that PK one.
If we really want to, we can. Even though I put the PS2 away, it wouldn't be that difficult to get it again.
Oh, it would be difficult.
Okay, so in keeping with the RGB upscaler that we're using for all the other systems, these two Nintendo games that we're about to play are being played on my top-loading NES with composite out, so it's going to look like shit. It's not on the ABS. Okay, so when I bought this NES game, I looked at the cover and I saw it said Iron Tank, and it has some nice box art. What I didn't notice is the subtitle of the game, Iron Tank, The Invasion of Normandy. So this is a yet another World War II video game. Might help if I had a controller for you there, Ratmus.
I am the controller.
That's crazy.
They're gonna say like, we got this top loader at that Video Villains in Danville.
That's been dead for years.
Well, like apparently it's because it got. My friend told me the story of the utilities were paid for by like the person who owned the building, and like apparently he wasn't paying that, so all the like utilities got cut off, and like they don't have power and shit, and they're like, if you want them on, you'll have to pay. And they're like, fuck this, you know, and like broke their lease and left. And
I thought you were gonna say like they're still open, but when a customer comes in, all the lights are off, and they tell the customer, if you want us to have power, you have to pay. That's what I thought you were saying.
well, he said that they like opened up another place in a like terrible area of town he's too afraid to go in.
Hold on. I see the World War II. The game that I was thinking of was like, remember that Pearl Harbor game I think we
Yeah.
played last year that was like
garbage.
that was too realistic because it was impossible to win. That's what I was thinking of. I'm sure there might be other World War II games that we played, but I don't think any of them were on NES.
Well, this is definitely how I think, you know, World War II would be if it was like featured through the eyes of like the NES.
Is this at all like Ikari Warriors? I mean, obviously you're in a tank.
A little bit, you know, just because you're fighting, progressing upward on the screen.
Those soldiers look real ridiculous.
Thanks. I saved Santa Claus, so I got a thanks.
Nice. Iron Tank, The Invasion of Normandy, known as Great Tank in Japan, is a 1988 top-view action shooting game produced by SNK for the NES. And it's based on the 1985 arcade game TNK3, capital TNK Roman numeral 3, released as Tank in Japan. Set during the invasion of Normandy, the player takes control of a commando named Paul and codenamed Snake.
Whoa, so we're solids?
We're
Solid Paul?
We are playing as Solid Snake when he was in the invasion of Normandy. In the Japanese version, he was Colonel Ralph, who also appeared in Ikari Warriors. So in Japan, this is basically an Ikari Warriors side game. What the? Okay, are we having like seizure lights over here? Do we need a seizure warning for this game?
Clearly.
Okay, whoever the hell you're playing as, you man the titular Iron Tank.
Man, the tits.
I love that phrase. You man the titular Iron Tank to infiltrate the German stronghold within the PAL regions. It was only released in Australia.
So apparently I got a call on, you know, my codec.
You got to call in your codec for Snake. This is a Metal Gear game confirmed, Doom. You need to play this game. It is considered by some to be a spiritual successor to SNK's earlier game Guerrilla War. Released in Japan as Che Guevara. The game opens with the once again titular tank landing on a beach. Wouldn't it be the beach of Normandy? which is a place in France.
We come from France.
You Zoomers need to know that. Not the Doomer Salsa or Zoomers. I'm talking to people on YouTube. This is a stealth optional game, right, Ratmus?
Yes.
What the fuck? Okay, where was I? Is this important? What I'm describing? This came out in North America, July of 1988. What were you doing then, Ratmus?
Taking a shit.
Sure. You're probably manning the tits.
And the tits.
Snake, watch out! Use the radar!
Colonel, Samus took her clothes off.
The tank is controlled by a standard NES controller. What if you weren't using a standard? What if you wanted to use the NES Advantage, Ratmus? You should do that. Directional buttons control the tank's movement. Oh, gee, I couldn't have figured that out. It's a fucking NES controller. What else is it going to be? A fires the tank's machine gun. B fires the main gun. What's the difference between the main gun and the... Okay, well, I guess the machine gun is bullets guns, and then the main gun is where you... Yeah, I got it. I know what a tank is.
Got torched.
You want to use the power glove? Well, spoilers, you can't, because I think it only works on a CRT. Unless I'm wrong about that, I don't know.
Hey, what happened? Wake up. It's going to be a snake. Snake.
Oh, God. The turret can point in the standard 8 directions.
What are these V, L, B's?
While in the game, press the select button to open the in-game menu. From here, you can activate or deactivate main gun fire options. There are 4 main gun options. They are V, rapid fire, increases rate of fire. Player may hold down the A button. F, armor pierce, shoots through walls and terrain features to hit enemies beyond them. This also doubles the shot's damage. B, bomb shells. Shots explode when they hit or reach maximum range. This also doubles the shot's damage. L, long range. Each shot's range is doubled to almost the screen's full distance. Power-ups. You can find power-ups. E, restores a portion of the tank's health meter. R, fully restores tank's health meter and adds leftover points to the tank's reserve option. Whoa.
Shit.
Question mark. A super weapon that destroys everything on the screen when selected. It is very rare. Like most NES action shooters, Iron Tank is divided in multiple levels with bosses at the end of each. However, gameplay is continuous. There are no breaks between levels. The defeat of one boss directly leads to the start of the next level. Just like Akari Warriors, right? What happened? Did you die and explode or something? Some paths have fewer but more difficult levels, resulting in a shorter game. The level bosses are various different powerful weapons that include giant tanks, railway artillery, fortresses, and grounded aircraft. Blah, blah, blah. I think we get the idea. This is basically 100% historically accurate to what happened in the invasion of Normandy, right?
Yes. There's a guy named Tommy J.
I thought his name was Paul Snake.
No, it's a spy that they were talking about.
Oh.
Apparently that's a bomb.
Okay, I'm hearing a noise.
It's telling that if there's a call.
Yeah, but it sounds like exactly like a noise from Mega Man 3.
We just run over assholes. Yeah. Oh, shit, that was one of those mines.
Shit, we're glitching out.
Alright, let's switch games. Yeah, you guessed it, a racing game. All games are racing games if you try hard enough, though, right?
I showed this on Discord. It's Super Sprint by Tengen. But this reminds me of those Midway arcade games.
I'm the yellow guy, okay.
Super Sprint, known as Sprint Master on the 2600, is a racing game released by Atari Games and Midway Games in 1986. So yeah, this was really made by Midway.
Remember this with the steering wheel?
I thought. I don't know, but it also says it was developed and published by Tengen. This is an unlicensed port. Yeah, so yes, all these Tengen games are unlicensed ports. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you've either seen this game or you've seen it's almost identical to like several other different Midway racing games that we've played probably in the Midway arcade collections. The sequel was called Championship Sprint, which was also in Midway Arcade. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, there's also Super Off-Road, but that's definitely visually different. Championship Sprint is very similar looking to this. It's the sequel, so it's just a little bit more advanced looking. But yeah, Super Sprint, Championship Sprint, they were all on Midway Arcade Collections, Midway Arcade Origins, which I'm sure we've played before. And I know I saw one of these games in the Indiana Beach arcade, but I think it was Super Off-Road. So yeah, really not much to say about this game, but I mean, as soon as I saw that Tengen cartridge, I was like, you know, Tengen unlicensed games. In fact, I need to look, when I put these NES games away, I'm going to look and see what games we have that are Tengen. I think we might have the Tengen Pac-Man.
Probably. Alright, that's enough of this. What should we do next?
Well, that's all the games we have, except we're going to try to hook up the PS2 again and try to get one of these other two games to work.
Yeah, let's do that.
We have about 15 minutes, so I apologize if this is boring. But we're going to try to get the PS2 to work again.
Like, that Iron Tank game wasn't bad, but, you know...
Wasn't good either.
Yeah. Better than Cliffhanger.
Surprising. Unplug that. Oh.
Here's this. This. Here's this. This. And this. And yes, there's apparently a Back to the Future musical.
One of our family friends, the one who likes Disney and had those Disney posters in his house, Doom, and who we went to Disney World with when we were kids, he apparently recently went to London, is that correct?
Yeah.
And while he was there, he saw 8 different plays, because he loves plays, and one of them was apparently Back to the Future, the musical. So we have this very large, very colorful booklet of Back to the Future, the musical, which is pretty impressive looking. As a Back to the Future fan myself, I love it.
Yeah, it looked like there was probably like a musical scene with, you know, Marty and his band, the Pinheads.
I'm sure there was.
And song by Biff, you know, I guess I really am a butthead.
Got the memory card, bro. I just fucked it by touching it, right?
I just fucked it. Just had that Rubik's Cube solved until you came and fucked it.
Untangle this. Alright. Alright, so as I said, the 2 PlayStation 2 games that we did not get to work are Trigger Man and IHRA Motorsports Drag Racing 2. Nothing but attitude. That's what we're trying to get to load right now. We have about 12 minutes till dinner time. As I put the other systems away. So this coming next week, Bunny said that she might be streaming Final Fantasy VI Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if I'm going to stream, apparently it's got to be Thursday to continue Portal Collection. And next Saturday, 1 week from today, Ratmus will sadly not be coming over to stream. Is that correct, Ratmus?
Yeah.
The next time Ratmus comes over will be 2 weeks when Cobra will be here.
Okay, so this Trigger Man game isn't working.
You just didn't believe hard enough.
Apparently. But I really want that Drag Racing 2, which
It's got nothing but attitude.
made by Bethesda, so now like Xbox owns it.
I don't know. Let me read the back of the box for Trigger Man that didn't work. Nobody threatens our family. Nobody. Don Cola D'Angelo. Don Cola D'Angelo. What the fuck? Always treated you like a son. Taught you the old ways and codes of the family. So you're some sort of mafia guy like Claude?
Yes.
Your mentor calls on your loyalty to thwart an attack on him by the Montenegros? Trigger Man puts you in the shoes of the underworld's toughest mob enforcer. You'll have to work fast as all you have are your wits, muscle, and brute force. What the hell kind of game is this? I don't know. Drag Racing 2, which has nothing but attitude, as I keep saying. It features some of the world's best-known drag racing stars in today's hottest cars. Experience day and night racing with fully detailed weather and atmospheric dynamics. Choose from 50 vehicles, including classics and late models. Customize 70 vehicle components, from tires to transmissions to electronics. Wow, sounds fun. Fuck off, Dad.
Fuck off.
Alright, well, as we wrap it up here, what was the verdict, Ratmus? Did you enjoy these games that we bought in Wisconsin, and which one was your favorite?
That's a good question. I enjoyed parts of them. Like the Guinness World Record was fucking weird.
Was it truly the best game of the day?
Shaving those sheep, how could it not be? The Kawasaki game is edge of your seat action. Hitting select to go to a race so that you can race once you do the time trial.
Like you said, some of them had good elements. Like, I think Puggsy could have been a good platformer, but wasn't. And then, Cliffhanger could have been a good beat-em-up, but wasn't. And, unfortunately, I think that the best game of the day was that fucking Guinness World Records, because at least it was, playable, and we both played it 2 players, and it was somewhat of an actual game. I don't know.
Yes.
Although, like you said, Iron Tank wasn't, terrible either.
Yeah.
So are we done here?
I guess so.
Alright, well, like we said, Ratmus can't come over until 2 weeks when Cobra will be here. Next year, Ratmus, will we buy some better games? Will we have our PlayStation 2 working so we can play these games again?
I hope so.
Nobody knows.
Wario's eating cockroaches just like Mario.
I have one last question before we go. Doom, when do you think you'll stream again in your new house? Are you going to start with a test stream to test your new internet? Or are you just going to go right back into that RPG that you were playing? Weapon X is playing Mario Party Superstars. Matt is playing Spyro. But we will not be rating anyone. Ratmus and I are going to go eat more Mongolian beef and finish watching our movie. And then, Ratmus, you can finish painting the garage the way you said you were done with that forever. She's going through FF6 fairly quickly. She's almost at the floating continent, which is the halfway point. All right, I got Nothing else.
You'll kill Shadow is the question.
No, chat will help or not kill Shadow. Alright, Ratmus, thank everyone for watching.
Thanks everyone. I know Salsa's here, Doom is here, and Doom loved it. Lux
Thanks,
here, she fell
thanks,
asleep.
thanks everyone for watching. We're sorry that, the stream was only 2 hours and 16 minutes, so wait. It was probably good that it was only that long.
Yes.
That's the end of the stream. Bye, everyone.